So what's up, my Hex fam? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about what's keeping you blocked, and that's blocked from anything, blocked from a new beginning, blocked from your blessings, you know what I'm saying? Anything like that. This is that video for you. We have group 1, 2, 3, and 4. They all the same today, so no picking up the cards and showing y'all. But yeah, neither here nor there. Disclaimer, I am just a tarot reader for entertainment on YouTube. I'm about to be more, you know, I might give y'all a little vloggy vlogs, give y'all a little bit of my life, show y'all this is not all it's cracking to be. For real. But yeah, you guys, let's get right into the video. Deep breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Take a pause, meditate a little bit, take another breather if you need to, and let's get right into this video. Hello, my group 1s. How are you guys? If you chose group 1, this video is for you. I just noticed that I went back to watch one of my other videos, and I noticed that the camera's turned this way, but I'm turned this way, so the cards just looked crazy, but whatever. I hope y'all don't care, because I don't. I do, but you know. Anyway, let me stop talking. Let me stop rambling. Let's get right into your cards. You have the 9 of Wands. You have Faith, okay? And you have Sharing. And Sharing says there is giving and receiving and giving. All right, I'm going to put it like this. It looks like you guys are big. This is not for everyone if you're not, but it seems like you guys are a big family person, and you like have strong bonds within your family or your soul tribe in general. Just people, it may not be your family, but people that are really close to you. I feel like you have a big give and take in that type of community in your life. But I also feel like it's taking from you, it's keeping you blocked because you have this wall up. You're not really used to, I guess, sharing with other people or sharing just yourself with other people, like your personality. Just I don't know what it is. It's just like a withholding, a type of energy. I feel like you withhold from other people because that's what you were taught to do. This feels like one big, because of this Faith card, maybe you guys are in the church. Maybe you guys are doing something religious. It doesn't have to be a church, any religion. But I feel like that is keeping you blocked in a way. I hope I didn't trigger anybody. But I'm just gonna read the cards how they come. It seems like you guys, that's blocking you in a way because you're in such a tight knit circle that you're afraid, or you're just not venturing out of that circle. It just seems like you guys are just in one spot, and that can hinder you. You know, that can hinder you because the world revolves around us. The world is always moving, and if we're sitting in one spot, where is change going to come? You know what I'm saying? I feel like sharing came out because maybe you're sharing a little too much. Maybe it's just too close knit. Something here is a little too close knit. You guys may just be super tight with your family, I feel like, but it's keeping you blocked in ways. I feel like you have, I heard guard your heart. Your heart is guarded. Yeah, I feel like maybe in your past you kind of had people that wounded you in a way. Like, it wounded your heart, it hurt your heart, it broke your heart, maybe relationships, but that's not really what I'm feeling. I just feel like you guys have had people in the past that kind of hurt you in a way, and you just don't want to do that again. So you keep your circle tight, you know what I'm saying? Keep the family close. But I also feel like in a way you may block your blessings by doing that because you're so you've kind of trained your mind and trained yourself in general to not venture out. But in ways we kind of have to learn what we do and don't like, to learn if something is for us and not for us. I feel like you have learned the side of what's not for you, which is, you know, valid. But I feel like it's still more to learn in life because there's a lot out there that's for you. I'm looking at my like keychain little thing that I have and that I use for some of my videos, you know, this, And I feel like you guys need to start traveling. I just looked at all the ones that I've gotten outside of where I live, and it's like travel. Like I looked at it and was like, yeah, you need to move. You need to leave. I didn't say I'm TikTok for real, like chill. Anyway, you may be happy in where you are, but I don't think you feel that this is a blockage for you. I'll say that. I don't really think that you feel that this is a blockage, but I'm here to tell you that it is because it popped up in your reading. Whew. Let's get into the let's get into your tarot. I feel like you guys are like super duper guarded. You're so, you just don't venture. I'm using the True Intuitive Heart tarot today. I haven't used this in a really long time, so we'll see how it goes. It's a beautiful deck though. I really like the size of it. It feels good in the hands. Alrighty. Alright, what's going on? Oh, okay. How's it go? We have Queen of Wands. We have the Emperor in reverse. Okay. What's keeping them blocked? Oh, okay. That was a little dramatic. But what's keeping them blocked, Spirit? What's going on? Alright, 2 cards. The first one that fell was the Princess of Cups. We also have 9 of Wands. Okay, I'll say this as well. Some of you are in relationships and you just may be giving a little too much. Just being a little too giving or taking too much. But I feel like it's the more so giving part with that Princess of Cups. Let's get one more. 4 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Whew. Princess of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Some of you may be fire signs. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sag. Queen of Wands, the Emperor. I feel like in your space right now, you are very, what is the word? I guess passionate, yes, but you're just a staple for your space. You get things done. You're the one that gets things done, and that might be the problem as to why you can't pull away. You know, I am going to get into this Emperor. I am going to clarify these cards, but it just looks like you're stable. Like, okay, you're a staple for everyone else. You are, like I said, the pillar for whatever this is, but are you stable for yourself, or who's stable for you? You know what I'm saying? You're stable for everyone else, but it's like you don't really know how to be stable for you in your personal kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like your space. I feel like your space is everyone else's space. And that's why you're not expanding. That's why you're blocked. You're so giving with the Princess of Cups. I just feel like you're just, here you go, here you go. Do you need something? If you don't, like, I don't know why I was about to say, if you don't need something, okay, but I'm just here, you know? I feel like you're that person to just be like, I'm here if you need me. I'm here if you need me. I'm just, the way messages come to me and the way I say them is like hilarious to me sometimes. But that's just the energy I'm getting. Like I just always feel that you're that person. I'm here if you need me. You're always available. I feel like you're the group that just makes yourself so available for everyone, and it just doesn't work all the time. You know, it doesn't work because you just don't know what to do with your energy for yourself. You don't really know how to put your energy into yourself because you give it out so much, you know. We have the 9 of Wands in reverse. This is actually this card right here. That's kind of interesting to me because, oh, this card looks like, I actually have not read the book for this. Excuse me if you hear people upstairs in my house. I don't live alone, but I actually haven't read the book. I hope YouTube don't say anything about this girl being naked, but like I was saying, I haven't really read this book, but it looks like on this card, this person is going through some sort of metamorphosis. In this card, it just gives the vibe of like, my guard is up for my protection type of vibe. That is kind of what Nine of Wands is, but it's my protection as I go through transformation on this card, because every tarot deck is different. But it's in reverse. I feel like you're kind of hindering yourself from going through some sort of transformation. You're the one who always try to keep things stable, but where are you stable? I feel like that's the question you kind of have to ask yourself. Where are you stable, my group ones? Are you stable anywhere in your life? If you can't really answer that question, then you need to find the answer for that question. And you're the only one that can do so. I just saw the Three of Swords. I'm so sorry if I'm hurting your feelings. Don't overthink. I don't want you overthinking, but tarot readings can tend to do that. I kind of don't like the way that shuffled. It just, I don't know, it just feels like you guys aren't, you're so stable for everyone else because that's all you really know how to do, it looks like. What's this Queen of Wands? Okay, 2 cards. We have the Nine of Cups as well as, 3 cards. The Princess of Swords in reverse. And we have the Seven of Wands. Let's keep going. I'll read as they come. I hope you guys can see those. You cannot. Let me move it up. Alright, that's crazy that this one card got 3. Goodness. The Emperor, please. Emperor reverse. We have Temperance, okay. Princess of Cups. I'm not gonna take that many cards. It was a lot. And it's again. This must be a juicy card. Princess of Cups, please. This is the Empress in reverse as well. Okay, I'm gonna just take all 3. 4 of Swords, Empress in reverse. And we have the Moon. 2 of Cups in the bottom of the deck. Because I have the Empress and the Emperor here, both in reverse, and the 2 of Cups, I do feel like it's some sort of relationship thing here going on. What is this Nine of Wands? Or it could just be an imbalance between masculine and feminine energies. What is the Nine of Wands? I kind of understand. 6 of Cups in reverse. Okay. And the 4 of Wands. Last but never the least. Okay, a lot of cards flipped. I will take these 2, the Magician and the 2 of Discs. And here goes our 3 of Swords in reverse. Whew. Healing, healing, healing. This may trigger you to do so. Oh, we also have the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck too, under that 3 of Swords. Okay. Maybe you need some sort of talk in a relationship, because maybe you guys are just very sharing. And sometimes in this connection, you may find yourself, this is just a scenario for someone who is in a connection, because it's more to this reading, but you may find yourself or you guys not being able to talk about a lot because you do so many things together. I feel like you guys, or you specifically, need to just redirect and live your own life and then come home and talk about it with your boo thing. Like, guess what happened today? You know what I'm saying? You are on this earth for a reason, and I feel like it is to live life, you know? Not be with a person. That's not the direct purpose. That is not the purpose that you're meant to be. I don't know why I just got this, like, a woman in my head at a grocery store. In a cart, like she got a cart and she trying to tell you what to do, like a Karen type of vibe, trying to tell you what to do with your life. This is kind of like deja vu. I feel like someone has told you what your purpose is, or your purpose, and now I'm kind of going off the cards, but your purpose that someone has told you or trained you to believe is to be with someone else or to serve someone else, specifically woman to a man. It doesn't have to be that, but that is about I'm kind of getting that someone kind of trained you to be that way, but you're trying to break out of it, or you're subconsciously trying to do so. But like I said earlier, you may not, because that's all you know. You know how to be a pillar for other people. But back to this Queen of Wands, this is a pillar for other people. Like I was saying earlier, Nine of Cups, like I said, I don't feel like you really have a problem living like this. I just feel like it is holding you back from a lot of the things that you you may be destined for. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys can see the cards. You can see majority of them. But it was clarified by the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Wands, as well as the Princess of Swords. I feel like in that energy, that's when you are in your power. That's when you feel the most in your power, because like I said, that may just be all you know. And I don't think you're curious to get out of it. I don't think you're really curious to be wondering. But I'm also getting from this Princess of Swords energy, like, you, what is the word? You're in this energy a little too much. Like, your mind is just in this energy. You're just subconsciously in this energy so much that you don't even care to wonder, is what I'm getting. Let's move on to the Emperor, to the stable energy, to the energy you don't really know how to give to yourself. I feel like this Temperance is saying, like, there is some balance that's needed, but it's taking time. I feel like this is already kind of happening. It's weird. This is already kind of happening. The balance of you feeling like you don't really have your own time, for real. It's crazy because I'm kind of going left in your reading. I'm kind of like channeling messages as I'm reading your cards. I'm no longer reading the cards for real. I'm reading your energy, and I can just feel it. And it's like, I'm getting an image of, like, at night, that's the time you have to yourself, and it's like, dang, so what do I want to do? Well, you just sitting there watching TV, but you're not really fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? You're not really giving to yourself. I see a woman on a couch eating fruit, questioning. That may be you. And you may be doing that right now. But anyway, moving to the Princess of Cups, the giver. We have the Moon, and like I said, the Empress. I do not like that this Empress is in reverse, because this is the card of self-care. She takes care of everything. It's when you may have children. This is the mommy card, but if not, you don't have to be. But anyway, I feel like you guys are very just not taking care of yourself. Like, you're just putting your energy into other places, and I feel like maybe your confidence is a little shot, or you just haven't taken the time to build it, so you really haven't worried about your confidence. You just I mean, you don't really care about what you wear, for real. Like, you don't really care about your appearance. Like, you care, like, okay, you look presentable to people, like, you don't look bad or nothing, but I just feel like you don't really take the effort to feel good, because when you look good, you feel good. And I feel like you just don't really have that type of energy when you're getting ready or something. You're getting ready to get ready for the day. I mean, yes, that's one reason, but I feel like you don't have the reason of, I want to look good today. I want to look good for myself today, you know? I feel like you're getting ready to take care of everything else and everyone else. The Moon. We have the Moon, Four of Swords. I feel like this, with this Four of Swords and this Empress, it's like you really just don't take the time. And this is something that's definitely subconscious. Thank you, Spirit. This is definitely subconscious. This may be your first time hearing this, but it's not your first time feeling this. The Four of Swords is like, it's a peaceful card. It's a card of rest. It's the card of just, because you see on the card, she's meditating. No gender specifics. I feel like I gotta say that. But she's meditating, you know? So, like, I feel like for you, see all these crows are trying to mess up her meditation. I feel like you allow it to. You allow it to mess up your kind of peace of mind. Or you just allow just everything else to take you away from your peace of mind. You don't really, like I said, allow yourself to give to yourself. You're such a giver to everything else. And that's why it's a Moon energy. It's so deeply rooted in you that this energy is like kind of pushed down. This is definitely what's taken from you. If you don't take anything from this reading, take this. You being such a giver to everyone and everything. Of course, if you have kids and stuff, you have to. But still, if you're putting 100% of your energy and not even 10 into yourself, then you will never feel fulfilled. You will never feel complete. I just see you being a little stressed, but you're so used to that stress, you don't see it as stress. You see it as just your way of being. Whew. Not even reading the cards anymore. Goodness. Okay. Back to the transformative energy, the Nine of Wands, the movement that should be happening that's not, I feel like. You got the Six of Cups in reverse. I feel like you guys think that you just, like I said, this has been you for a minute. That's such a theme. Sorry if you hear that. Dad's moving something. Anyway, I'm not getting a stuck energy, but I kind of am. You're kind of stuck in your past in a way. You allow your past and who you are. No, you allow your past to define who you are now. Because both of these cards have some sort of transformative energy on it. Like this is a butterfly. But I feel like in reverse, this is definitely like a change for you. After seeing this reading, I feel like it's going to be. But I feel like you getting out of this type of Nine of Wands energy and getting into this one definitely triggers something from your past. It definitely triggers something. When I pulled the clarifying cards and I got to this, I heard you are not your past. You are not your past, and you are not the kid who was, that's so weird. I do not want to say this word, but coerced into this figure, like this dang, what is that word? This traditional figure. I feel like it's time. You're not your past. It's time to really get out of that. It's time to pull yourself out of that mindset. It is okay to have fun. It is okay to do things for you. Do not feel guilty for it. Do not feel like you're missing out on anything, because in reality, you're sitting in this energy. You're definitely missing out on a lot of your life. You're missing out on a lot. Let's move to this Four of Wands. This is another non-stable energy. I really don't like this for you, my group ones. I'm not gonna lie. And it's not to say that this is necessarily bad, because you seem to be content. You seem to be living. This isn't living to me, so I can't say that. But like, it just doesn't seem stable. I feel like this Magician is in reverse as well as this Three of Discs. You're not really working for you, and I know that sounds really repetitive because I keep saying that. But this is definitely that you're not really working for you type of energy, because the Magician upright is the Magician. She or he make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Master manifester. This is your universe. You see all the planets around her. I feel like you aren't really in that big manifesting. I have all the power type of energy. I feel like you're not really using your resources the best way you can. It's more to this card. This Magician energy is so hindered within you. It's so like pushed down that you just don't even know how to use it anymore. You don't know how to just get up and go and get up and just do things for yourself. I feel like you do not make decisions for you. You make decisions for everyone else. I do feel like this is like a mom type of vibe, because moms tend to do this. But I feel like for you, it's been deeply rooted in you to take care of everyone else and everything else in your life since you were a child, since you were young. And honestly, guys, Spirit is like, this isn't working for you anymore. Three of Discs. Trash man is outside, if you guys can hear that, at freaking 5:32 in the afternoon, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, if you guys like, it's not working for you because it's no longer keeping you stable, you know. Whew. Let's get some advice. I was cleaning up my desk earlier, so I accidentally put these cards away and forgot that I was using them. It was just a lot of mess in here, so I gotta take it out of the box. Alrighty. Let's get your advice, my group ones. I'm trying to think about that song. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Alright. What's the advice for my group one in Spirit? What is the advice for them? We have By the Book. I like how it's in reverse, and I'll tell you why in a second. I actually do not read these cards in reverse, but that's so funny that they came out like that. Happy. Oh, and we have the Fates, but I'm not going to take it. Those are our cards. And last but not least, a change in the wind. And you have the Fates on the bottom of the deck. It was supposed to come out. I'll put it right here. Okay. Ooh, flexible. I get it. So by the book being in reverse, and I left it in reverse because it's time to not do things by the book. It's time to change that. It's time to let it go. You know, it's time to really just break that book. You know what I'm saying? Break some rules. Literally do things a little differently, and that's when you will find your happiness. You see the egg that she's standing on? Has a has a lock on it. That's so crazy because earlier in this little thing, I was looking at this key for y'all. It was crazy because I didn't even think about it too much. I was just really drawn to it, but that's why, because that's what's going to unlock your happiness. That's what's you breaking your own rules or breaking these rules that were embedded in you, really driven into you since birth or since your childhood. When you break those rules, that's when you will be your happiest. I feel it. I feel it in my spirit, my soul. You have a change in wind. It's time for a change. Long story short, Spirit is saying the only person that can do that though, that can initiate that change besides the universe, is you. Because I feel like because you're so content, and this is kind of where you're used to being, it's not really a need for the universe to come in for real, but it is a need for you to take some initiative when you're in your own life, in your own happiness. And we also have the fates. You watching this reading was fate. You watching this reading was fate. That's card number 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 is an infinity symbol on top of the magician, right? You come to this reading with fate to show you your power. You know, fate is definitely in your life right now. There's something else I want to say with that. Fate is in your life right now for a reason. You just have to let it be. You just have to let things flow, because I feel like you being in that energy, it's not really flowing. You're on such a schedule, or that's what I'm feeling, you're on a schedule, but such a mindset that everything is just flows in that mindset. Take that mindset away by the book in reverse. Break them rules. Take that mindset away and see how fate flows for you, with you. So to be flexible for yourself. Learn to say no, my group ones. But yeah, babes, that was your reading. I really hope this helped. It was a really deep reading, deeper than I expected it to go. And yeah, if you like this reading, you can like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am offering personal readings at this time. You can click the link below. If you do read tarot, these cards will be in the link in the description box below as well. Yeah, but like I was saying, if you like this reading, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you like my energy like I love yours, then I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, my group twos. If you chose this pile, then this reading is for you. So let's get right into these cards. Like I was telling group ones, I know this angle is so weird because I'm sitting here and the camera is sitting here. But you guys, you have to deal with it until we can get a better setup. All right, we have the Two of Pentacles. We have movement, sweetness, and for the middle card, we have number 8, weeping wound. You are not your wounds. Okay. Interesting. Let's put it like this. I feel like for you, it's a number 8, and this is an infinity sign. For you, my group twos, it seems like you guys try to balance out a lot of things, and I just heard balance things out to keep your emotions at bay, but in reality your emotions are not at bay because in the background these waves are waving. They doing all that, and water and tarot symbolizes emotions. So I feel like for you are, what I'm getting is, obviously from weeping wound, you've been through a lot of things, and you're trying to, I don't want to say keep yourself busy to ignore them. That's kind of what I am feeling looking at the Two of Pentacles. It's like keep yourself busy to ignore them, but also with sweetness and then movement, it's like you're trying to kind of move past it in a way. You're kind of trying to keep it in the background so you don't have to feel it, but at the same time I'm getting What is it? Because the reason that says you are not your wounds is hurt people hurt people. You may have been hurt in your past. You may have been, your heart may have been cut out your chest in your past, or so may it have felt. But I feel like right now in your 3D world, that's starting to show in a way. Like your wounds are starting to show, and you're starting to feel them a little more. Because when we push things down subconsciously, we begin to feel them later. Like it may be 10 years ago you put these feelings down, and now they're just now popping up. And I feel like with sweetness, you're just trying to really just, like, I feel like you're a really nice person, but I feel like you're like really nice, like overly nice, low key, like super nice and super positive and just super like, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, which is fine, you know, be that. But I feel like some people forget that it's like kind of like spiritual bypassing. I feel like people forget that, okay, positive, 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 let's be nice, da da da, but you will have your down days. It is okay and like it's balanced. Like you have to have your down days, and I feel like you're having a problem balancing that because you don't know how to, like, or not even that you don't know how to, you don't want to feel it. You're trying to keep going, and that's what's keeping you blocked. You're just trying to keep moving and moving and moving and moving because you feel like the faster you move, the further away those wounds and the things in their past will be, you know. But in all reality, if you didn't deal with those emotions and they're popping up now, that is kind of your past. I'm sorry if you heard that, my family is doing something. But anyway, what was I saying? Threw me off. That was loud. Whatever I just said must have been a really important message, because that bang was the loudest bang that I've heard since they've been doing stuff upstairs. So yeah, take it as it resonates. But if it's in your, that's what I was saying, if it's, you're feeling this energy in your present, the past is in the present and it will not go away. It will continue to be in your present. And that's what I was saying. Hurt people, because you start to become this hurt. That's kind of how it is, you know. I feel like you see yourself as a person who's always getting hurt, or someone who's always just in the energy of being hurt, or just in general, like you're like a not a catalyst for hurt, like you're the light, and the hurt and the pain and all that is the flame. I mean, is the moth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always flocking towards you. It's so attracted to you. Like I just feel like that's how you perceive yourself. Dang, it's giving me ego death, but that's a whole other conversation. Anyway, yeah, my group 2s. I will get into this energy. It's very, very intriguing type of way, because I feel like you just this wound that you have in the middle of your chest, these wounds that you're trying to get away from, these wounds that you're trying to hide, they're still open because it's a weeping wound. It's still open because you really haven't truly healed from them. And I feel like her cloak here, you try to cover it up, but in reality your eyes, because she's bleeding from her eyes, if you didn't see that, she's like crying blood from her eyes. Your eyes tell a different story. I don't know if anyone has told you that before. Your eyes are reading, like your eyes are showing your soul. Oof, it's a really, really, really deep energy, and I want to get into it. So let's get into the tarot, because this energy already has me a little whew. Alrighty, let's get right into your tarot, my group 2s. Let's get into this energy. It's very, very, very deep, very, very deep. Alrighty, I already shuffled a bit off camera, so we have the High Priestess in reverse. My group 2 spirit, where are they blocked? We have a 6 of Cups. We have the Death card. Uh-oh. They would turn the vacuum on right now. All right, my group 2s. It's so funny because you all's reading got interrupted, what, twice? And that's crazy. That's crazy that I said that, because High Priestess is number 2, 2 of Pentacles, or 2 of Discs in this deck, and then the 2 of, you can't see it, the 2 of Pentacles to start your reading off. That is so crazy, like, what? But I do remember it's been about an hour since I did this. I usually put these cards back, but I didn't want to because your cards feel like really significant to your reading. So I'm telling you to take it. King of Cups. Alright, your bottom deck energy is the Hierophant in reverse. I kind of like that it's in reverse because I feel like it's telling you to like break out of this cycle. Do something different. Do something you're not really used to. Another message I'm getting is it's time to actually do the opposite and follow. I don't want to say what you're supposed to do because what you're supposed to do is kind of relative. So it's like follow, like be kind of in alignment with yourself because this is the High Priestess. I mean, this is the Hierophant and that's the High Priestess. And you know, that's kind of, I would kind of consider them a true pair. I'm not gonna lie. But I'll get into that energy. Let's get into your cards. Your cards. All right, to begin with, High Priestess is in reverse. I don't really like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like it. Only because I get it. You haven't really been following your intuition, and your intuition feels to me that it's been trying to get you to heal. It's been trying to get you to push past, like heal these wounds, push past the wounds. Well, not push past them because that's what you're trying to do. Sorry if I seem a little discombobulated. I just did a whole bunch of stuff and then came back to your reading, which I did meditate. So I don't know why I'm a little all over the place. But it's like you're trying to go back and find the gentle part of things. I do feel like it's spiritual bypassing. You're trying to be just love and light and like everything happens. Well, everything does happen for a reason, but I feel like you're trying to make it real broad, real general, real lighthearted, more lighthearted than it needs to be. No, deal with the nitty gritty. We ain't all love and light over here, babe, because you gotta have some darkness in there. You have to have some sort of balance, and I feel like that's your problem. You're trying to find that balance in light and light only, and that's not how things work. A death moment is definitely on the horizon for you. It's either on the horizon or it's trying to be. I like that it is upright. I am going to clarify these cards. As I was saying, a death moment is on, like, it's either on the horizon, like I was saying, or it feels like it's in your presence, and it's trying to manifest, but you just kind of have to allow it to. You're not really allowing it to with this High Priestess being in reverse. Your intuition is definitely pulling you. That and High Priestess is kind of like screaming at me, so it's definitely pulling you, but it's in reverse. You're kind of trying to balance without it. You can't really do that. You can't really live your life like that. And then we have a Two of Discs again. Because that was the beginning of your reading, I do want to clarify because I feel like this is a deeper meaning. It's you trying to balance, like I was saying, and also the King of Cups. I really feel like this is kind of like this is what you could be type of vibe. If you do end up balancing, if you do end up, you know, finding that balance and listening to your intuition and allowing this death moment to manifest itself, then okay, you know, you may emotionally mature. You may actually be able to have your cake and eat it too, because this King of Cups has two cups. So it might be a little, you know, better than you expect when you do heal. I feel like that's something that you need to hear, my group twos. And it's crazy because how I put the cards down, the Hierophant is in reverse as well as a High Priestess. It's something spiritually that's not moving with you right now, and I don't like that, because I feel like we need to be able to spiritually move, because without the spiritual part, nothing else will. You know what I'm saying? Because the mind, body, and spirit works together. I don't care what anyone says. It works together. Definitely. And I feel like that's what's causing the imbalance right now, and that's why you're not flourishing the way that you need to. Let's get into these cards. Let's clarify them. What is this High Priestess? Okay, we have the Empress. I get it. What is the Six of Cups? Two cards fell out. Alright. Five of Swords and the Prince of Cups. It seems like you guys need to forgive someone. Honestly, I feel like you're trying to see it as, okay, you know, this was a lesson and da 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 da. Like I said, spiritual bypass, and I feel like you're trying to make it more positive than what it is. If this person did something effed up to you, that's what it is. And you, yes, forgive, but forgive for you, not because it's like, yes, accept that it's a lesson, but I just feel like you're being a little too nice. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe you're still talking to this person. If that's the case, maybe you don't need to. Whew, what's this death card? But that's all up to you. Okay. So we have Ace of Wands. I want to get one more for the death, please. Three of Swords in reverse. There's that healing. There's that healing, babe. I love it. What's this Two of Discs, please? We have the Princess of Swords. May I have one more? I only asked for one more because this reading is getting a little juicy and I want more details. What is this King of Cups? We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. Okay. Group 2. It's a little interesting. Like I was saying, let's actually start from the High Priestess. I know I'm a little all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But let's start with the High Priestess. The Empress. I feel that you will get in tune with the self when, or with your intuition more so, when you do start taking care of you and actually taking care of yourself emotionally. Because I feel like because this Empress is upright, I don't feel like you have a problem with taking care of yourself. I don't feel like you have a problem with tending to yourself physically, you know, keeping yourself. But I feel like emotionally that may be your problem area. I feel like you don't really pay attention to that, maybe spiritually as well. But I more so do feel like it's emotionally. I feel like you have a lot of emotional wounds and it's time to really acknowledge them. And I feel like that's big Empress energy when you do so. These are both two major arcana cards, so I feel like a lot of change will come when you do acknowledge all of this. Maybe this for you is acknowledgement, this reading, but I do feel like you have to put a little bit of work in on your end, like journaling, maybe just maybe even sitting in the mirror and talking to yourself, saying, okay, look, this is what I need to acknowledge, and maybe I am a little too nice. And it is possible to be a little too nice to yourself. You have to parent yourself in some way, and I do feel like this is that parenting, this Empress, because this is the mommy card of the tarot. That is the mother card. It's all the queens put together. So I do feel like you guys need to just have some sort of vulnerable conversation with yourself, or vulnerable moments with yourself where you cry it out, feel it. Whew. I feel like you just, because this moon on the Empress card is like, it's weird because it's like the day is in the moon. I don't know if you can tell, like, yeah, the clouds and the sun is in the moon. I feel like it's like time to really crack yourself open, crack that part of yourself open. Moving on to the Six of Cups, I keep just getting a big forgive energy. Maybe it's also forgiving yourself for something from the past, maybe. That's probably a big thing here. Maybe not forgiving someone, or maybe it's forgiving yourself, because a lot of wounds can be from self-inflictment. It's from self-sabotaging in a way. Maybe you just need to look at yourself and say, I shouldn't have treated myself like that, and I forgive myself. Because I do feel like you look back at certain things. But this Prince of Cups, which I think princes are knights in this deck, as well as another one I have. But I do feel like this is a person. If the other message doesn't resonate, I do feel like it's a person and you look back like, dang, maybe things could have gone this way or things could have gone that way. Or you're like, things went like this for a reason. They acted like that for a reason, maybe. Or you're looking at yourself like, they're acting like that for a reason because of my actions. No, babe. That's a form of self-sabotaging, you know? It's kind of telling me to be realistic. When you look at your past, be realistic. Don't look at it with Yes, be looking at it a little lightheartedly. Yes, because it is your past. You can't really go back to it. Don't live in it, no. But I feel like Spirit is like, go back to it and like be realistic with yourself. Like, Spirit, like, be for real. Girl, be for real. Or boy. I feel like Spirit, I just heard maybe you should have never taken the cup. Maybe you should have never taken this princess cup. And that's kind of being realistic, right? Maybe your intuition was telling you not to do this, and now you do. Now you have a problem with listening to your intuition now because of that moment, and you still have yet to heal from it, right? Onto the Death card, you have the Ace of Wands and the Three of Swords in reverse. I feel like when you heal, this is so crazy because I already feel like you're going to do this, because this talks about blockages, but the Death card talks about like rebirth. So on his card, it's a woman. She's kind of like ripping herself open. Very wild to me, but she's ripping herself open, and I feel like that's you really like going deep and being vulnerable. I feel like this reading may trigger something. It may or may not, or I might be telling you things you already know. I don't know. But I feel like whenever that moment for you, that moment of healing is triggered, because I feel like it's bound to happen. You have a lot of court cards that keep sprinkling themselves in your reading. Not court cards, major arcana cards. I feel like you guys will have that Ace of Wands moment, that big, wow, I've never felt this before. I want to keep going. I want to keep healing. I want to keep pushing forward, because under this Chariot, you have the King of Wands. I really like that. I really like that. I feel like you're going to want to take that wand and go do whatever with it. You just feel like a brand new person, it seems like. You'll feel like a brand new, just like, whew, like a, I want to say breath of fresh air, but no, it's more so I learned my lesson, and now it's like, this is what I can do with those lessons. They're the ignition to this flame on this wand. Big creative energy is what I'm getting with that. Like, I feel like you're going to create a lot. Maybe you are a creative person. You are a creator, and you I just heard maybe you're in a rut. Maybe you're like a block or something. You haven't been writing or drawing or whatever you do. Maybe something, this is going whew, I don't know. That's big. Anyway, going to the Two of Discs, balance. It's kind of giving to me teetering, because you're going to feel this. You're going to feel this. And I understand the blockage now, because maybe you have already kind of gone through the death thing, or you're going through it, or you're going to, past, present, or future energies I read. But the Two of Discs, when you're teetering between the past and then this death energy, this new person, you're kind of going to be in a Four of Cups, like, okay, now what do I do? Because I already felt this, I already da. No, you have to live in this energy. I feel like the universe, because you see the eye right here, I feel like the universe is like looking at you like, what you gonna do? What are you going to do? I feel like you're lifting, you know, dang, what's that game? The game that you see on movies and stuff, and the cups are down and you shifting them around and stuff like that. I feel like you're trying to not even play the game anymore. You're just trying to pick all the cups up and see what you get, and that's really not how life works. And I feel like that's why the universe is kind of looking at you, because it's testing you. It's like, so what are you going to do here? I feel like you're low-key kind of going to give up on looking for newness. The humility of life, the newness out of life, the fresh feeling. I feel like you're gonna give up looking for it, or you're just gonna like, oh, excuse me. Oh, that was like random. I feel like you're just gonna like rip up all the cups and just try to see what's under them, and you're gonna kind of force a new beginning for you. No, it's either that or you're gonna give up on looking for new beginnings, because like this Princess of Swords is in reverse. It's like princes or pages. I'll say this, because this is a princess. Pages are new energies. They like look for new. They, whatever their suit is, they look for new. I feel like you're going to get to a point where you're just bored because things aren't moving fast enough for you. And I feel like you're going to go back to this Two of Pentacles energy, which is with the blockages. I feel like you're not trusting the universe. And that's what the universe is looking for. Like, so when are you going to trust me? When are you going to actually believe that things are going to go good for you, or things are going to move for you? Not necessarily go good, because sometimes things go bad for us to progress, for us to grow. Because like I said, there has to be some sort of darkness in the light. You know what I'm saying? There is shadows in the light. For there to be light, there will be shadow. For there to be shadows, there will be light. You know what I'm saying? It is a hand in hand type of thing. And I feel like this is a reoccurring energy for you, because you know it. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to go back to just kind of ignoring your healing. No, this death moment is happening for a reason. You need to allow it to happen. You need to allow that Two of Pentacles energy to die out if it needs to, which I do feel like it needs to. Don't go up just picking up all the flowers because, you know what I'm saying? Because you just feel like you gotta go find it or something like that. That's kind of what I'm getting. I feel like you just feel like you have to go, and that's that movement card, right? That's that movement that you feel like you always have to be in. No, take a break, take a second, and really take that time for yourself. Let's go back to this Empress, right? We have the King of Cups. I want to get into this. I actually want to get another card for the King of Cups, because for some of you, I don't feel like this is you. For others, I feel like with the Eight of Cups I'm clarifying it, I feel like it's like, excuse me, I sneezed like 12 times and my nose is a little stuffy, but I feel like it's like, go back to this emotionally mature you before you went through all the BS, right? I feel like you were different before you went through all the BS, and that's going to resonate for someone because I just felt it. So you were different before all the BS, so go back to that. You know what I'm saying? Can I have one more for the King of Cups? For others of you, I feel like you're not walking away from this, either this person that you used to be, or how someone used to treat you, how someone quote unquote used to be, how you used to know someone. What's this King of Cups? We have the Five of Cups. I'm gonna put it back because 12 cards came out behind it. But that's that Five of Swords. But well, this Five of Swords right here is kind of giving me that type of energy, like some sort of past energy. Can I have one more for the King of Cups? Thank you. The Devil. Yeah, it's a person. It's a person. They used to make you happy, but they don't no more. That person may be a Leo. I saw the Sun and the Strength. Yeah, babe. They are definitely a devil energy for you, and I feel like this is probably what pulls you back to the not healing. You know what I'm saying? To the spiritual bypassing, to the just, oh well, they did this, so I'm going to ignore it because I want them in my life type of energy. You know, that's a devil energy. I feel like you guys just keep, this person pulls you back in it because of the persona they put off or who they used to be, and now they're no longer that person. So you go back into this. Do not allow someone to emotionally trigger you that much. Do not. It doesn't ever work out for you, especially if you're trying to sit in this Empress energy, and maybe this person sees you as an Empress, you know, and they want an Empress by their side, but they not your Emperor, baby. They just the king. They're not the Emperor. They just one of the kings in one of the lands. They not ruling the whole kingdom. You feel me? They're not the Emperor. They're not someone who's really matching your vibe. So why continue to just want them in your life because they make you feel good for the moment? You can do that for yourself. Everything that you look for within this person, you can give to yourself. So why do you want it so bad? Because it feels good? No, because you haven't healed. and it kind of has you, what's the word? You haven't healed, and it kind of has you like, it kind of feels like a band-aid. I don't like that. I don't like that. This person has a devil type of energy. I don't know if you all have seen the show Lucifer. You should watch it. If it's very good. The storyline is really, really good. It changes your perspective. Well, it changed my perspective, I'll say that. And definitely that's the vibe they give though. Like Lucifer, he's very alluring. He's alluring. He's very, you want to be in his space. And I feel like that's kind of how this person is, because they gave that King of Cups vibe. I don't really feel like they're that King of Cups. I feel like you keep going back to their energy. I don't like it. What's the advice? Because I feel like you're not really gaining anything from it. You're in this Hanged Man and reversed energy. Like you're just kind of just sitting there. You're not really gaining anything new. You're not gaining a new perspective. Because no real, I'm not saying, well, yeah, no real good cards came out with this. Because good and bad is relative with tarot. But let's get some advice for my group. Twos, we have mending and we have co-create. Mending, like I said, and I have one more. I know you guys probably hate that noise when I keep like, ooh, I like to let it fall. Doing it with my nose, but I can't help it. I like how all of these are kind of flowing, but you have unfinished symphony. That unfinished symphony is telling me like let things fizzle out for themselves. You also have poised and new life. Poised for me, it's kind of like realize you are blessed. You are blessed by the universe. You are a gifted person, and you don't have to be, because say I'm gifted, yeah, you don't have to be like this type of gifted. You're just gifted in your own way. You really give the world a gift no one else can give, and I feel like that you need to realize that, you know what I'm saying? You have to embody that, and this is the advice that Spirit is giving you. And you also have new life with all this healing and letting go of the things you don't need. That this is something that you can achieve. You just have to let go of this unfinished symphony. Bars, but you just have to let go of it. That's crazy that I'm pointing this out, but I'm in a room full of instruments. If you're new here, yeah, because I've said that before. This room has pianos, basses, guitars, and all this other stuff in here. This has a piano on it, and I keep looking at all the pianos. If you guys are like into music, or maybe that's what you create. Ooh, my head, I just got like a headache in one spot of my head, so maybe that's a message for someone. Maybe that's something that you create. Keep doing it. Keep going. Keep going. All right. With mending, I feel like it's mending to your that's crazy that I'm it's two children on this. Maybe you're mending your inner child. You're putting, kind of getting that relationship back with your inner child. This is definitely the time to do so. I feel like for you, I feel like you guys need to really go back to doing the things that you love, is what I heard. And that's where you will feel the most at home within yourself. And that's kind of giving me this Empress energy as well. And that will probably trigger this death. You have co-create. I kind of like how it's on this part of your spread, because it's like when people treat you a certain way, let them know that, you know, or show them how you want to be treated. Really like with your mind, you create, right? If that's what you want, create that or show that to the world. Make that known. Give that, put that energy out. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I had a sniffle again. But yeah, guys, my group twos, that was your reading. It was a very interesting reading, very intricate. Let me know how you liked it. Let me know. I am offering personal readings at this time. The link will be below. I'm offering classes as well. I'm so excited about that. As I keep saying, I know, but I am. And yeah, y'all, that was your reading. I really hope it helped. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you like my energy like I love yours, I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, my pile threes. If you chose this pile, then this reading is for you. So let's see what's going on, where you're blocked, and why. Six of Swords. We have balance, strength, and yeah, this feels like two cards. Yeah. We have metamorphosis. Metamorphosis says power and strength lie within our surrender to change. Okay. And then 39, perspective. A calm and clear mind is free to see differently. Okay, it just seems like you guys, long story short, it's funny because the Six of Swords, I didn't really process it at first, but looking at metamorphosis and perspective, it just looks like you guys have a hard time accepting change and accepting change within the self. Like, I feel like you guys have a hard time, like, not balancing, no, but maybe you feel like you're already at balance and there's no need for more change and da da da. I feel like you don't like things moving too fast. So you kind of stick in one spot. That's crazy because it's the strength card. It's a pillar on there. It's like, you know, in one spot kind of. Pillars don't move, right? I feel like you guys have a hard time moving. It's weird because it doesn't really feel like you, it doesn't feel like you have a hard time doing it, but it feels like you have a hard time maybe moving on from something, it looks like. And that's something that you move your, well, quote unquote, supposed to move on from. It looks like it is like a catalyst for change. And you may just not be ready to go through that change. I feel like you kind of already know this and you're trying to prevent, not prevent change, but prevent feeling it, if that makes sense. I feel like it's just a lot. And maybe your perspective of it is little, you know? It may just be a little off or just different. I don't feel like it's necessarily off. It just feels a little different. Or maybe your perspective just needs to change. It's something here about your perspective, because of course the perspective card came out, that needs to kind of shift about whatever this is, about this Six of Swords, something that you do need to move forward from. It says a calm and clear mind is free to see differently. Maybe it's time to really like, if you're reading your overall energy kind of talks about moving and movement in general, and maybe it's time to really sit still. It's so weird because a calm and clear mind, you know, and it's kind of giving me meditation, mindfulness, because your mind may not be clear, but at the same time I do. It's so weird because your energy is very rooted, is very grounded, and maybe this change will bring some balance into your life, or maybe you're going through a metamorphosis, but it's something you need to move on from to have that. It's like when you change perspective, is usually because a lesson is learned. Well, that's me personally, and that's why I like to listen to other people's perspectives, because maybe that's something for you. Maybe you should listen to other people's perspectives. Interesting. But no, it just seems like when you shift, like when you move into this perspective, that's when you will finally be still. Because here it seems like a lot of movement, a lot of shifting, because metamorphosis, balance, it's just looking to me like it's like a rotating thing. I don't know. It just feels like movement is over here, and here it feels like stillness. It feels like calmness. It feels like just zen in a way, because I'm also looking at the lighthouse on this card as well as the pillar. It just seems really still. It's like moving, yeah, moving to calmer waters. Okay. And it's funny because I'm looking at the trees in the back, and when I look at those trees, it reminded me of like roots and standing still, standing firm in something. Okay. Okay, group threes. I hope I didn't talk really fast, because I know I have a tendency to do that. And this reading is kind of flowing because I got the little candles lit. I got the incense, you know. But no, my groupies, let's move into the tarot, only because I really want to know what's going on. It's quite interesting. I'm gonna move this candle over here so I can have a little altar type of setup. Not like you can see it, but that's fine. Alright, this is kind of a different deck today. I haven't used this deck in a while. I've only been using it for these readings. Well, since the last time I used it, which I was in a whole different space, whole different house. We'll use it for a reading for someone else. Alright, Spirit, let's get into these energies. I'm going to do one shuffle the other way because I want all these reversals to flip if they need to. Someone's telling me to cut the deck, so I'm going to do so. Here. And I usually don't read like that. That's crazy. I don't do that with my cards. Alright. What is keeping my group threes blocked? What's the details? What's the vibes? There got messages for those that seek, please. Ooh, first card out, 7 of Swords. What is going on? I kind of look at the foxes on the back. Here, swiper, no swiping. 7 of Swords, we have the Chariot in reverse. Let's see. We have the Prince of Swords in reverse. Okay. The Empress in reverse. Goodness. And I literally said all these reversals. Okay, last card, we have the 10 of Discs. Okay, I feel like you have a hard time finding that permanence, finding that stillness, because it started off real up in the air. That 7 of Swords, I do want to get into it. I am going to clarify these cards. The bottom of the deck, we have Princess of Discs. I feel like you're trying to find out how, like, where to cultivate what you want to grow, like where you want to plant your seeds, where you want to start building a foundation, where you want to put your roots. I feel like you're having a hard time shifting into a different perspective to do so. I feel like right now Spirit is like, or the universe is trying to get you to move to a different perspective. Well, like I was saying earlier, to a different perspective, but for the greater good is what I'm getting. It's kind of like you got to change this one little thing for you to reach where you want. It's crazy. 7 of Swords talks about his fingers are crossed behind his back. Maybe you guys broke a promise, and it feels like more so a promise to yourself. I don't really feel like it's towards another person, but you breaking that promise to yourself, it just takes away from you, which is why things don't move the way that they do. It's like mentally you kind of like, I get it, because this perspective that you're in, I don't know what this is, y'all. I swear it's so crazy. But this mindset and perspective and outlook that you have on something, it takes away from you. It takes away from what you're really trying to achieve, what you're really trying to do. That's why I keep hearing swiping, no swiping, because I don't feel like you're taking anything. I just feel like you're more so trying to do things like the easy way, and that takes away from you, right? Because life is never easy. It probably is never going to be, unless you have the means to do that. But life is a teacher. It's the biggest teacher of your life. And it's like, okay, you're not really learning these lessons. Now it's more so taken away from you instead of helping you, instead of aiding, instead of putting you in the right direction. I really want to get into this Prince of Swords because it just feels like the non-movement type of energy. I feel like you're trying to, like, the Knight of Swords upright to me. The Knight of Swords just moves really fast, and he's just like, like, I'm gonna share these thoughts and these feelings and these and these whatever, communicate this in a quick, speedy way. But upright, I also feel like he knows what he's gonna say and how he's gonna say it and but he may not know exactly, but he knows the gist. And for you, I feel like you kind of just have a lot to say, have a lot to do, have a lot You got all these swords, but it's like, where are you going with it? You know, it's just a feeling of not moving. You're not really going in the direction that you need to be going in. It's like fate and the universe or whatever is trying to guide you to the right direction. And I feel like you kind of keep going off track with the 7 of Swords. We also have this Empress, and that kind of is the taking away from you energy, because the Empress is in reverse. Like, it's just, it's taking away from your, like, I want to say self-care, yes, but it's more than self-care. It's more about, like, well-being within the self, within the mental, within the spirit. I feel like your well-being with, like, the healthiness, the health of, that's well-being. Physically, it's not necessarily what I'm feeling. It may be physically, but I'm not really feeling that. Excuse me. It may be physically because that's so, like, grounded, rooted, still on, you know, stillness on earth. But it feels more spiritually and mentally, because the mind, body, and spirit work together, right? And I feel like I've said that in all 3 groups. I'm not just crazy. I said that in all the 3 groups. And if you are attracted to another group, go watch it. But like I was saying, mind, body, spirit is connected. And if you're constantly taking away and doing mischievous things to yourself in your head, breaking promises and all of that, it does take away from your spirit, because your spirit is who you truly are. And I would say that in my opinion. But yeah, your spirit is who you truly are. And it's like, okay, how are you going to do things to try to kind of, it's like you're trying to maneuver around something. I don't know what it is, but I feel like you're kind of moving backwards. Is you going from the Six of Swords, okay, to the Seven of Swords? Now you gotta, you moving through rough water, so now you feel like you gotta lie, cheat, and steal. And that's vague, because that's kind of the vibe that the Seven of Swords is giving, but I don't really feel like you're lying, cheating, and stealing. I've said that multiple times. I'm gonna move my camera up just a bit, because yeah, I feel like that's like way better. Cool. Okay, I have to change my camera angle a bit. I am gonna move the my incense holders right here. I'm gonna move these cards so I can start clarifying. But back to what I was saying, yeah, I just feel like you're constantly, it's a feeling like, say your intuition is trying to tell you something, or honestly, like you're just doing things that aren't good for the soul, is what I feel like. And it's like you're just taking away, say the habit is what, smoking or something, and that's taking away from your health, or you're just basically doing stuff that's not in your best interest, is what I feel. And it's just taken away from you. Like I said, I feel like you have a hard time finding this permanence, but it is, the Ten of Pentacles is upright, so I really do want to know what it is. But the page, the Princess, which is I guess the Page of Pentacles, it was on the bottom of the deck, and it just looks like this is the start of the journey, and this is the journey, because you're trying to figure out how to put your pentacle somewhere, or plant your pentacle. Oh, excuse me. And you don't know where, and you're trying to find an easy way out type vibe, you know? Let's get into clarifying these cards. Seven of Swords, please. All right, we have a Tower in reverse. Yep, I get it. Chariot, please. I'm gonna try to get all the cards out before I start speaking. If it's a big message, then I'll speak, because if I start talking, this will be a long reading, because I just don't know how to stop. Two of Discs in reverse. Prince of Swords, please. Wow. Why are these cards coming out in reverse, y'all? The World reverse. Because that literally just flipped. What's the Empress? The Star in reverse. Wow. Two Cups. Wow. What the heck is going on? I grew threes. For real. I don't know if that was for the Empress or Ten of Discs. I'll ask. Upright for Empress, reverse for Ten of Discs. What was this Justice for? It was for Ten of Discs. Can I have one more? Uh-oh. Maybe that's telling me I don't need one more. You have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, but I'm gonna get one more. only because I just want to be sure. We have the King of Swords, and I'm going to leave it like that because I feel like it's like that for a reason. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Discs in reverse. I do feel like this Five of Discs is kind of telling me like you have a lot of regrets. I don't usually read this like that, but you have a lot of regrets and you think about them sometimes. They fog your mind. It's like, I hate that, but it's like centipedes and worms and just fogginess in the mind. I'm trying to look closely at it. Also in there is like eyes. So I feel like you guys do have like demons. You do have things that you battle with, that you may try to get away from. And honestly, guys, that's not going to do anything but make it worse. Because we have the Tower in reverse here. The Tower talks about huge change, massive shift, and the universe doing it for you more so, especially when you need it. But I feel like you guys need a Tower moment because you guys need to shift. But it's in reverse because you've been avoiding it by lying, cheating, and stealing, right? And that's mentally. But yeah, I feel like you guys have been avoiding it because you keep breaking these promises, maybe to yourself, maybe to another person. And I only say that because, well, when you treat yourself like this, you tend to treat other people like that as well. Like you tend to treat other people the way you treat yourself. So it's like, I feel like it flows into your outer energy, which obviously, because this is, well, I read inner and outer energy, so I can't say, but it does feel like it flows through you, which is why it popped up in your reading. But moving on to the Chariot, you have the Two of Discs. Two of Discs came out in reverse. Yeah, I just feel like you guys are like, to me in reverse, Two of Discs does talk about like trying to be organized, trying to be, you know, having your stuff together, trying to balance it and all of that. But it's in reverse because I don't feel like you're trying to balance it. I'm not gonna lie. It just feels like a little bit of a disorganized energy. Like there is no balance here. And because there's no balance, it's Chariot in reverse. I mean, it might be Cancer. Chariot is a Cancerian card. I don't know what the Empress is. Or fixed sign. Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus. Or Taurus. Yeah, anyway, moving forward. I don't know why that kind of just popped up out to me. Because I feel like this Chariot is like a big thing in your life. It's trying to move forward. Fate is really trying to pull you towards something. Fate is really trying to put it in your best interest. Will put you in their best interest, if that makes sense. Like the universe is trying to do for you, but it's hard when you don't even put yourself in your best interest. You just get by, you know? We're going to move to the Prince of Swords, which is more so the Knight of Swords. Then you have the World in reverse. Things will never, I'll say this. It's crazy because things will never close for you if you do not figure out where you want to put that sword, where you want to put your thoughts, where you want to focus your energy. I feel like you do not know that, and you're just having, it's like somebody who just wakes up and goes, wake up, go to work, go to this, go do these errands, go da da da. It's just, that's kind of the vibe it feels. You're just putting your energy everywhere. It's all spread out, and I feel like you will never be able to focus your energy on yourself ever. And that might be that might be what that Seven of Swords is just taken away from you, because you're giving to everything else. And things will never, I love this card. She's so pretty. But things will never close out for you. Things will never close out for you. And that's why you can't take care of the things that you want to. And it's Two of Cups. Maybe it is relationships. Maybe it's giving to relationships. And honestly, just having that sort of balance, because the Two of Cups talks about harmony. This entire reading is not harmonious. It's nowhere near it. It's nowhere near it. And I feel like you got a little too much dip on your chip. And that definitely flows into your self-care and your relationships. Because you're not taking care of yourself, everything else kind of just bleh, you know? You start to treat people how you treat yourself. I want to get into this moon in reverse. I do want to clarify that. Anyway, moving to the Ten of Discs. Permanence. You have a hard time finding permanence in your life. Ooh. Because you just won't. The Prince of Swords, well, it's you go from a page to a prince, from a page to a prince to a king, right? I feel like it's a teeter, because this came out like sideways. It's a teeter. You can be this King of Swords. You can be someone who knows where to put their energy. LOL. It's a dragonfly right here. And a flying stuff. That dragonfly just reminded me of someone told me that dragonflies sting, and I didn't know that. And like, I feel like you have the force and the power to like sting. I hope that made sense. I really did. But dragonflies are usually like, to me, they all over the place, but they have a very focused type of energy, and that's so weird now that I like connect that to your reading. I don't know, that may have been for somebody if dragonflies are significant. But like, I feel like you have a lot of power that you don't use, that you don't really care to put into this. Because the King of Swords, if you are in a Seven of Swords energy, or if he's in the Seven of Swords energy, and I don't know if this, I said this isn't gender specific, it's just energies, but I will hope you guys understand that, not to be blunt. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, it seems like, say the King of Swords is in the Seven of Swords type of energy, he's going to take his ass and run with it. You know what I'm saying? He's going to take his stuff and go. That's how you can also read the Seven of Swords. But it's like he's going to take his stuff and go find out how he can get out of the Seven of Swords energy. I feel like you're not trying to be like that. You can. And that's why I said in Sideways came out like this. You are capable, but you just won't. And because you won't, because you just won't even act on the King of Swords energy, justice reverse. Things will never be balanced. She stands on the sword of truth. And I feel like you guys aren't really standing in your truth. You let the truth kind of just sit there while you disengage from this King of Swords energy. You kind of like, swords talk about communication, mental energy, but the king, he knows how to harness it. And I feel like you guys aren't harnessing it in the way that you should. Can I have this moon, please? This Empress energy, yes, it applies to you, but I also feel like for some people it applies to someone who is or once was in your life. Can I have this moon? Princess of Discs, may I have one more? Maybe this is where you don't know how to put your energy, or don't know how to plant seeds of your energy, because maybe you want this permanence with this Empress, whoever this is, or if that's the case. Can I have one more for the moon? The Sun. They're both okay. You have the Sun, the Seven of Cups, and you also have the Strength. And that's crazy. This person may be a Leo, because these are two Leo cards. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It kind of feels like another energy, especially with this Two of Cups. I feel like, what the heck? Let you down. Let you down. You let someone down, or someone let you down? I feel like a lot, whatever this is, when the breaking up of something harmonious, it kind of shifted your perspective. Oh, woo! It kind of shifted your perspective, because the Seven of Cups is in reverse. My camera turned off, but in reverse, to me, the Seven of Cups talks about not making something a choice. I feel like you did end up making something a choice, and now in reverse, it's like, I don't want to do that anymore because this is where it led me. I feel like you're really trying to figure out how to harness this pinnacle, with whatever this is. And it may just be harnessing self-love, harnessing just taking care of yourself, being in that harmonious energy within yourself first, and then giving it to someone else. Because I feel like you don't even know how to do that. So how can you give it to someone else? How are you capable of providing that for someone else, and you can't even do it for yourself, right? Okay, let's get into some advice, because I feel like you need it. My group threes. Sing like a dragonfly. Group three. Like, sing yourself. Really, like. And my candle went out. I don't even know if you guys caught that. But and this one is still lit over here. You can't see it, but it's very bright. I feel like you have the capability to be that bright in your own life, but you just won't do it. Because on this side of the reading, it's lit, and on that side of the reading, that candle went out. Which I gotta pick the wick up and relight, because I think it was just too low. What's the advice for my group threes? What's going on? What's happening? Cool. We have mending. Another group got mending. I don't remember which one. We have mending. We have fork in the road. Okay. And last but not least, we have truth be told. Bottom of the deck, we have to the sea. To the sea to me means really go deep within the emotions that you feel and swim in them. swim in those emotions and try to understand them. Go to the sea to really find yourself. Water signifies emotions to me. And it's also the number 7. 7 is the number of luck. I feel like when you do so, when you really deep dive into your emotions, how you feel about things, how you truly feel about life. Because out here, I just feel like you're trying to get by, right? You're not really cultivating anything. It's just Eight of Swords reverse. Get out of this mental, like this mental grip. Move forward. Move past all of this getting by. Let things be still. Let things just be, and let yourself just be. But in the moments, in the midst of you just being, take care of yourself. Really harness it. You know what I'm saying? Really do that. Mending. I feel like once you do kind of delve into yourself, delve into the things, like acknowledge the fact that you have been lying, stealing, and cheating mentally within yourself for a while, and you just getting by, and you're kind of getting by mentally too. Acknowledge that, and that's when you will mend a lot within yourself. Shoot, the vibe I'm getting, like, you may cry a little, you may, mom, not even a little, you may just give out full-blown tears, but that's okay. Maybe that's what this is. That's okay, and that's valid, but it's like, do so. And fork in the road, I feel like that's more so like telling you a fork in the road will come up, but it is all about how you deal with it, because you have truth be told. And what did I say about justice? Justice stands on the sword of truth. Some of you may be Libras, but yeah, it's like, take the road of truth. Don't take the road of getting by, because I feel like you're used to doing so. Do something a little differently next time you hit a fork in the road. It's time. It's definitely time. And you deserve it. But yeah, my group reads, that was your reading. This is a very interesting reading, very intricate. I am offering personal readings at this time, as well as tarot and spiritual classes if you are interested. The link will be below. What else am I offering? Shoot, I don't even know. Everything's on my my booking website though, so you guys will see. And yeah, all the cards and other things like that will be below. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if this helped you. And yeah, if you like my energy like I love yours, I will see you in the next one. Bye. And last but never least, we have my group 4s. If you chose this path, then this reading is for you. Let's get right into the energies. Ooh, you got Judgment. Let's see what's keeping you blocked, my group 4s. What is keeping you blocked? You know, you also have number 5, the unknown, knowing the unknown. Interesting. What's keeping you blocked? I honestly feel like you guys, you may be my intuitive group, only because like the way the cards look and came out, especially with the unknown type of vibe. I feel like you're, with that being the number 5, you're going through a lot of change right now. And as you, I'm gonna move it like this. It's just bothering me. But as you go through this change, you're having a hard time making judgments on your life, because I feel like, say for me, I'll say this because I am an intuitive. When I'm going through change as I am now, I tend to ask spirit, like I tend to ask spirit everything, and it is kind of a devil energy for me. Devil energy being something I just kind of attached to. It's kind of the devil energy for me, only because I need to make my own decisions in anything. Spirit is not there to make decisions. Spirit guides are there to guide you, you know? So I feel like you guys are kind of just trying to go through this unknown phase of your life, but you don't really want to make judgments. You're kind of trying to let the universe do it for you, but at the same time you kind of have to, because we have free will for a reason. We do, Chariot card, we do kind of choose which way to go, but we don't choose the outcome. That's the universe's job, but we do have to speak on our lives. Also, with that confidence card being here, it just seems like you guys have, you got to build that confidence to make decisions, right? You have to be sure in your decisions, and it doesn't seem like you guys are sure in your decisions, hence why I just said all that. But it's a lot of unknown, and I feel like spirit is kind of testing you. Not spirit, the universe is kind of testing you to make your own decisions, you know? It's like, let's see what my group 4 is going to do today, and they may just put something in your face that you have to choose, and you have to choose which path you're going down. It's also something else with that Judgment card. I don't know what it is. It's just speaking to me in a way. Sorry if you hear that. I do live with other people, so it's gonna be noisy from time to time. But Judgment, I feel like also spiritually, like within the self, it's time to make some changes. Maybe that does have something to do with your confidence, knowing the unknown. For you, my group 4s, I feel like the reason why I said this may be my intuitive group, because I do feel like you guys feel the unknown. I feel like you guys know it's there, but you just are so antsy on trying to know the unknown, because the card says knowing the unknown. So it's like you may just be antsy to know what's going on, what's happening as this change happens. I say it's an intuitive group because like I'm like that, but you may not be, you know, you may not be that type of intuitive. Everyone's intuitive, but you guys get what I'm saying. Yeah, let's get into this tarot. I really want to know what's going on with you all. See the energies. The other 3 groups were interesting. So we'll see how yours. Not entitled, let it fall out. I want to let the cards fall. I'm also going to shuffle it the other way. Because yesterday, Spirit basically told me I did not shuffle my cards good enough, so I'm trying to get these shuffles together, you know? I don't cut my deck, but I don't know why I feel the need to do so. Alright, what's going on with my group 4s? We have the Prince of Wands. What's going on with the blockages, Spirit? We have the 10 of Swords in reverse. The Tower. There go that change. There we go. Hanged Man, as well as 4 of, excuse me, I said 4. That's the 6 of Wands. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Cups. Okay. Let's get into this energy, my group 4s. It looks like you guys are just, for when the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands, and the 10 of Swords came out in reverse, it's like you're kind of scared to act on something. And because you don't act on, well, this may be your decision making, you know, your choices. You just may not act on that half of it. Like you may not, like I said, it just seems like you're kind of sitting. You're not really making any type of drastic decisions right now. You're not really doing anything when it comes to decision making in your life, because it just feels like you just don't want to mess up. And with that 10 of Swords being in reverse, it just looks like you guys are being pestered by those I don't want to mess up and what if type of thoughts. And that's why this Tower is here, because when we don't move when we are supposed to, the universe will move us. And usually it feels so weird. It feels really, really weird. Like the universe will move us, and that's that unknown there. It popped up right under the unknown card. There's that change, you know? And I feel like you guys are definitely going through that change, but because you're not moving, it's like, okay, I'm gonna move you. The Hanged Man, that's weird because it popped up under confidence, but when I looked at it, it just feels like that type of vibe. Like there goes, I have a hair clip in my hand, so I'm fidgeting with it, so I'm gonna point with it. But the hangman, it looks like you guys are gaining a perspective, but there's that sitting energy. It's sitting, but it's upright. I feel like this is more of the active sitting, because here you're not active, but this kind of is. I feel like you're finally seeing like what's not stable within your life at this time, what's not bringing you stability, and you're starting to feel this shift, this change. This is an interesting part of your thread. I wanna get into it. I am gonna clarify these cards. But it's like as this shift is coming, that's when as the change is coming, it's like, okay, now it's time for a new perspective, because it kind of did. I'm right next to a window, so you're gonna hear cars and things like that from time to time. But you're kind of like, okay, now I have a new perspective. Now I have a new way of seeing life, because I wasn't seeing it like that before. And I feel like the universe with this tower is going to come in and be like, this is why you need to move. But you may still want to sit. And because it's like, this is a blockage reading, this honestly may be your present, but with that tower and all like the energy afterwards, after the tower, it doesn't feel like your present. It feels like your future more so. But I could read past, present, future, however it resonates. But it kind of feels like, what's the word? I don't know. I kind of lost it. I don't know where the message went. Anyway, but yeah, you kind of feel like you may not be ready to move for real. Although the universe will move you. It will. It don't matter if you're ready to or not. But you may be sitting in the energy where, okay, yes, you're perceiving, you're changing as you're in the sitting energy. It's a different perspective, It's yes, be in the sitting energy, but how do you want to utilize your resources while you're in this sitting energy, What isn't stable for you at this moment in your life? What is keeping you from moving? What is that? I don't know. We'll get into the clarifying cards, because I really want to know. What's this Prince of Wands, please? We got two cards. We have Princess of Wands. Interesting. Then we have the Death in reverse. Let's move to the Ten of Swords. I'm not going to take those only because how they fell out. I don't really like when my cards flip like that. I feel like I do it on accident. It is a lot of cards. So we have the Chariot. We have the Star. Oh, that's 4 cards, Spirit. We have the Chariot. We have the Star. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Emperor in reverse. I'm going to just put that on top. I'll get into the energies in a second. What's this Tower? That's the big guy. 7 of Discs. We have a Hangman. Hangman is clarified by 9 of Wands. Okay, 6 of Wands, please. And that's crazy because I keep calling this the 4 of Wands. I keep talking about stability, and it's the 6 of Wands. It talks about success. But I feel like I was saying all that stable stuff for a reason. And we have 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. The 6 of Wands is clarified by the 2 of Swords and the 9 of Discs. Okay. I heard my group 2. So, got to kind of get back on track. I stepped away for a bit. But I do feel like you guys haven't been taking action because you feel as if you don't know how to, if that makes sense. Because you have the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands, which is kind of, Knights to me are action-oriented cards. They're the action-oriented court cards. So it's like, that's in reverse, and then it's clarified by the Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. Meaning, you want to act, but you want to take your time with it. You feel as if you don't know really what you're doing, so you try to tread lightly, It's also clarified by Death in reverse. I feel like this is Spirit saying, like, things will never come to a close if you tread lightly every time. Things will never really happen for you if you tread lightly every time. It's so crazy because the Death Death card talks about rebirth, but in reverse is just going and going and going and going and going, right? I feel like for you, that's your blockage. You know what I'm saying? Things just keep, I don't know if I'm bumping my camera, I apologize. But things just keep going in the same type of cycle / direction or whatever they may be. And it's because you keep treading lightly. It's because you don't really take the risk sometimes of acting. And yes, play it safe, but sometimes, you know, be delusional. Have a little fun. Enjoy life. Enjoy the humility of life. Just allow things to be. If you just you can't second guess things. You have to be, what we say earlier, you have to have that confidence in yourself when you do act on things. But this entire reading is about you not having that confidence to make a judgment on your life, right? On the unknown. To the Ten of Swords, you have the Chariot, the Star, Queen of Cups. This non-acting in this it's just like it affects your movement. It's a big, in a big way though, and I feel like that's why it's a big blockage, because you have the Chariot, which is the card of moving forward. It's you having control of your life. I did bring up the Chariot early and it came out in your reading. That's crazy. It's you having control of your life, but also trusting fates, because the Chariot has no reins. And it's clarified in the Ten of Swords, because I feel like I'm kind of stuck on what I said earlier. Ten of Swords it's kind of keeping you in the same spot. It's like it's just constantly kind of pestering you, and you're allowing it to because you don't want that change, and it's stopping your movement. You know, as you go through this like Ten of Swords type of phase, it's like overthinking and because it does feel like overthinking. It just feels like everything's just on your back all the time, but you're used to feeling it. You're just used to how it is, because it's like you feel like you're moving. You feel like you're moving forward. You feel like you're dealing with change because you're treading lightly, but in reality, you're really not. It's Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups to me, I like the Queen of Cups, but also sometimes she can be a bit delusional. I'm not gonna lie. She's a very like I said, this may be in my intuitive group. This is a spiritual card. Some of you may actually be water signs, Cancers, Scorpio, Pisces. But I feel like you feel that you are in this moving forward, flourishing energy because you're treading lightly, but it's all a facade, you know? It's all a facade. The Emperor is in reverse. It's like you don't really have full on control because you won't act on certain things, because you won't speak up, because you won't even take initiative to have the confidence. I'm sorry, but that is something that you have to want. It's something that you have to work for. Confidence, I mean, if you kind of was, depending on how I say you were raised and how you grew up and stuff, because confidence is relative to everyone. It's everyone's at everyone's expense. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but anyway, the Emperor's in reverse because like it came out in reverse, and on top of all of this, it's like it's all a facade. Things aren't really moving the way you think they are because you keep treading so lightly. Spirit to me is saying like swim a little harder, swim a little deeper. Stop trying to be all, hey, you know, I'll dip my cup into the water when I want to. No, dive in that water and tread for real. Like actually swim instead of treading lightly, you know? Moving on to the Tower. Honestly, I feel like this Tower moment is going to have you like be like, okay, I'm reevaluating everything, because it's the Seven of Discs. It's like, what are you really putting your worth into? What do you really what is really helping you grow? And I feel like you really are going to ask yourself these questions. Let me clarify this Tower. Can I clarify one more card for the Tower, please? Because I feel like it's a little deeper than it's like you're kind of questioning like, what am I cultivating? Like what am I moving towards? And I feel like that's why that Tower is happening, because you need to start asking yourself questions, because you're treading lightly, but like I said, you think you're moving, but you're really not moving the way you think you are, right? Excuse me. And it's like now this Tower is going to happen. and it's going to shift perspective. That's crazy because one of the groups, the perspective card came out and I was about to point to it. It's not in this group. But I feel like this is I did talk about perspective with the hangman. That's what I was doing. Okay. This is the big perspective change. This is the perspective that you kind of need to be in, and that's why you're going to be in the hangman perspective. But let me backtrack and continue with this tower here. It's like you're going to be asking yourself questions like, okay, how is this helping me? I'm doing this, I'm doing whatever I need to, but what do I actually need to invest my time into? What do I really need to put my long, hard work into? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this whole bunch of, what do I need to do? What do I need to da-da-da-da? I do want one more for the tower, although I feel like that was clear, but I just, Two of Cups. Okay, yeah, what's going to give to you? What's going to pour into your cup? What is going to be, what steps do you need to take that's going to make your life harmonious in the way that you want it to? How can you pour into your own cup? I don't feel like this Two of Cups is more so relationship for your reading. I feel like it's you pouring into your own cup. What's going to pour? Definitely a cycle. Definitely something that may have been a blockage because you have the World here in upright but the Death is in reverse. Something definitely has, obviously this is what that reading is about. This reading is about. This definitely has been a blockage for you for a while, it seems like, and this is where it needs to come to a close. You know, and it's definitely going to take some time because you have Temperance here. Oh, wow. And then you have the Hermit. This is 3 majors on the bottom of the deck. 4, 5, 6 majors. A lot of change. Really, 7, 8, 9. You have a lot of major arcanas here. So it's like this definitely needs to be a big shift for you, a big change. I feel like Spirit it's crazy because you're not the only reason that talked about change, but the way this came out, sorry, I don't live alone, but the way this came out, it's like you Spirit is like reminding you, because I feel like you kind of already know this, but Spirit is like, hey, this is why this is happening, so you need to do this. I feel like you have a big responsibility for some reason, like a responsibility for change. You're like a catalyst of change for something or someone. You are that person. I feel like Spirit is telling you this for a reason. This is where the shift is happening. I feel like I'm kind of reading past energy and future energy for a reason, because I feel like this has already happened. You are already delving into the unknown, and I'm just confirmation. You know, I don't feel like I really need to tell you this, especially if you're my intuitive group, but some people who are intuitives need to hear it to understand what they're feeling, aka moi. But yeah, I just channeled that. I want a little off the cards. Moving on to this Hangman, the change in perspective. I feel like this is like, I already said, after this Tower, and you do gain this perspective of, what am I putting my energy into? Wow, came out of the blue. What am I putting my energy into? And I like that the 9 of Wands came out clarifying this, because I feel like you're gonna, when you finally get into this energy of new perspectives and understanding why things are happening the way they do, understanding how things don't work out for you anymore, how this energy, was a blockage for you. Once you truly understand it, because I can only tell you, you have to understand and digest it to really, like, you have to really live it to understand it, if that makes sense. But once you reach that point, I feel like you're going to be very protective of that energy. I like this 9 of Wands card because it just looks like, I don't know if you guys remember that Metamorphosis, those books that we used to read as a kid. That's crazy. If you were attracted to another group, go watch it, because I really, really feel like this is the group that was. Anyway, this is, yeah, the Metamorphosis, like, book thing. It looks like one of the covers. I feel like this 9 of Wands talks about going through change, but also protecting yourself while you're going through change, because you have been through a lot, and this is why you need to protect yourself. You have been through this phase, and that's why you need to protect yourself from going back to that phase, from going back to a blockage, because you don't need to go back to a blockage. It doesn't need to be in your present because it is your past. Leave it in the past, you know. Leave it in the known part of the unknown, because I feel like a lot of this is like, why did I go through this? But it's just a step. It's just a step for you to get to where you need to be. Like I said, that's why I feel like that's why I'm doing this reading, because you need to hear it. Six of Wands, Two of Swords, Nine of Discs are flourishing. Make sure you're flourishing for you. Make sure you're flourishing for you and not in the lights of others. I feel like you're the type of person to just say things aren't successful. Oh, I keep moving this camera. Okay. Say things aren't successful. Like, I feel like you're the person just be like, whatever, F it, I'm just going to do what I need to do. I feel like you're that person. Spirit is reminding you, like, that never works out for you. Has it before? You know, that never works out for you. This is kind of like the tread lightly type of energy again. When things that are unsuccessful or feel just very, I heard, make you feel small, don't make yourself smaller. You know, don't pick the lesser of the two evils, which is the Two of Swords in reverse. Don't pick the lesser of the two evils because you feel like you just can't do anything else. You can't move. And that's kind of going back to the blockage, right? This is Spirit reminding you that isn't going to help you in your growth if you're not actually making the decision to change or making decisions. I feel like the Two of Swords, yeah, when you do come across a decision to make, or things that you need to, like, choices, when you do come across hard choices, don't turn them down just because they're hard or difficult, or just too difficult for you to move or feel like that. Don't turn them down and pick the lesser of the two evils and pick you sitting in the energy that you don't want to be in. Don't do that. Because, like I said, you're not going to flourish in the way that you want to. You're not going to flourish in the way that you need to. You're not going to grow. It's like, if you go back to this energy, this Tower moment was just happened for no reason. This Hangman energy is here for no reason, right? Because why'd you go through it if you were just going to go back to the beginning? Use your judgment and discernment and your intuition and everything, that all the tools that you have, use them. Use them. Practice with them. Literally, throughout your day, make little decisions so you can build that trust with yourself. Do I want to do this? Don't think too hard about it. Go with what you feel. Something really small in your house, maybe. Something as small as, do you feel like getting dressed right now? I don't know. Do you feel like playing a game on your iPad right now? That's what I do. You know, like, do something small, and don't really guilt trip yourself out of the thought. Because I feel like you may be those people to do that. I hope this reading made a bit of sense, because it was a little all over the place. Alright, Spirit. Let's get some advice for my group 4s, please. What is going on? Advice for my group 4s. You have Breathe. Yes. Thinker. Last but not least, you have, oh, they didn't flip. Ooh, you have Yang. Oh, wow. Yang to the Sea, Unfinished Symphony bars. You also have To Be Fair at the bottom of the deck. Honestly, for your advice, my group 4s, I do feel like Spirit is telling you to take a little break. And it's so crazy because I did say something earlier about a sitting energy. So these readings are starting to, like, mesh into each other in my head. So I don't know if I said that with you, but take a break, breathe a little bit, and really just right? I almost blew my candle out. But breathe a little bit, because you have to be willing to trust yourself to even make any type of movement. Breathe, and like I said, do practice little things using your intuition, using your discernment, using all of that, using your resources. Just take a break, take a second. Really think about, it's like, look, use your mind and your spine and your spirit to really like help you make these decisions. And if you really, that's so crazy because this is kind of like mind, this is emotions. It's kind of like mind, body, spirit vibes if you mix it. Oh, here's the body, the yang. Anyway, with the to the sea, I got that in another group as well. To the sea, to me, when I see it as a reader, it talks about literally going to the sea, going to deep diving into your emotions and really delving in them. I said that earlier, right? I said that, wow, that's crazy. Don't tread lightly. Dive into how you're feeling. Dive into all of that so you can really, I feel like this is more deeply rooted than just confidence in making decisions. You have to, it's like a deep insecurity maybe, and I feel like it's affecting, I got this reading just scraping the surface. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like you guys know just how deep it is, and if you don't, this is telling you to go a little deeper to understand just how deep it is. You have unfinished symphony. Things are, you're always going to have to make choices. You're always going to have to make choices, guys. So now is the time to really gain that confidence within yourself and really try to cultivate it. You gotta let it grow. And then yang, I was saying earlier, flowing my words together. I was saying earlier that you have to take some initiative. Take some initiative with your own decisions. Like, this is spirit saying, act on it. Literally act on it. Don't just think and breathe and take a break. Act. Take your time. Yes. Take your time. Delve deep into your mind, your emotions, all of that. But then act. Because you're always going to have to make decisions, you guys. All right, my group fours, that was your reading. I really, really, really hope this helped. Everything will be in the description box below, as well as my booking link, and I'm offering classes too. That's also on my booking website. So yeah, you guys, that was your reading. Like I said, I really hope it helped. If you liked it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you like my energy like I love yours, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.